farm, originally covered with dirt, but this year we're seeing a sophisticated side of pumpkins like never before. My next guest says to think of them as the ultimate autumn accessory for your front porch and beyond. Today, designer Oviatt is giving us a personal home tour showing how you can style pumpkins through Thanksgiving. I had no idea pumpkins could be this elegant.
Well, you're so nice. I think it's like a combination of being scared of like true Halloween stuff and also just being a little bit lazy when it comes to fall decorating.
I don't know about that.
Or simple.
We were laughing about your Instagram post. Can we talk about this before we dive in? Because you threw it out there on Instagram saying, listen, this may not fit in the fun mom category, but my kids did not accompany me to the pumpkin patch this year because I wanted to choose the pretty pumpkins for our porch.
I know. Well, you know, like when you're like, you got a mom job and you're like, I just really need to check this off my list, then you go alone. So I'm like, my kids, you know, they're still young.
Yeah.
So I let them pick out pumpkins. They had so much fun picking them out from on my porch. And then, you know, if we're like at the store or Trader Joe's or something, I'll let them grab a little one. But yeah, like when you have stuff to do,
get it done.
You do it on your own by yourself.
Well, I think your front porch is a great example of where we're seeing this kind of pumpkin art movement go. And I was thinking about 2 years ago now, I visited the headquarters of Good Housekeeping, right? Oh, we went in the test kitchen and they were talking to me about the evolution of cookbooks, how it used to be they wanted this perfect recipe plated on this perfectly pristine china, not a crumb in sight. And now cookbook photography has gone to the messy organic side where it's like crumbs are strewn everywhere and a bite's taken out. And I feel like that's happening with pumpkins. They're no longer in this straight perfect line, but they're scattered abstractly all over the porch.
Totally. And I think it's easy. You know, you pick what you like. I had no idea what I was going to find when I went to the patch that day, but I sort of picked some things that are in colors that I like. Yeah. And I threw them out, and yeah, like I'll adjust them, or if one rots, you throw it away, but it's so simple. There's really no fuss to it.
The stairs offer a natural kind of tiered layering effect, but give us kind of lay your design eye on it and put some structure in place for us, because we don't have necessarily the talented designer, you know, gift that you do. Talk about grouping or clumping. Is there an art to it?
Yes. Well, so here's what you want to do, and I'm showing you too a couple pictures of what I do Halloween night as I put luminaries out on the path, which is so fun. That's a different topic, but really fun. So when I shop for pumpkins, it's kind of like doing pillows on a sofa, or when I'm decorating a room with color, you need repetition. Okay. And you need different scale and proportion. Okay. So yes, I found that true pumpkin, like Halloween orange, so we have some of that. But I really wanted to bring out things that were different colors. So the light green and the dark green, the soft white and maybe something that's like a little bit warty or kind of a creamy white. Different oranges, different sizes, so that when you get to your porch, no matter if you have a wraparound porch or just a back stoop or something, you have interest, variety, and different shades of color. And you may decide, all I want to do are oranges and reds. That's fine. Then do different shapes and different colors. They're all meant to be organic, so there's nothing perfect about the display. Right. As far as the stacking goes, that can be hard because you need those pumpkins that are kind of flat, like the Cinderella pumpkins.
To be your base.
Yes. But that is just all part of the fun of like, oh, this one might stack. So when you get it home, you might have a dark red with an orange on top of it.
So you're just playing. You're
totally balance, but yeah, get enough of green, enough of white if that's what you want to do, or enough of the orange and red, so that when you get to your porch, you're not going, well, I have 14 orange ones and I only got 2 cream, so this is not working for me.
Spread out the color, don't match, keep it organic. Totally. Does the rule of threes apply, where we like to group it in odd numbers?
And that's kind of what I did on each step, was I tried to get 3, maybe it was big, little, tiny, or, you know, 3 different colors or something, so that you do have a little bit of that. It's not 2, 2, 2, and 2. We have that organic kind of flow. And I'm still moving them around, like I said. My kids will go and play and take, and it still works, and that's okay.
It all works out. We're promising pumpkins for the porch and beyond, so I noticed in your planters, I'm seeing sneak peeks of orange there as well.
So that was kind of a surprise. I mean, I needed to take my summer flowers out, and I love kale, ornamental kale. It's the only time you'll ever see me shopping for kale, because I don't eat it, I don't cook it, but I love those green and purple tones, and the white's so gorgeous. And what happened was I filled those in, and then I was like, you know what, it's just missing, you know, this great segments you do on flowers and pots, they always have those complementary colors, those contrasting colors. Right, right. So how do you add interest? Well, complementary to purple is orange.
There it is.
So I had these little teeny pumpkins left over, and I just put them kind of in the dead spots where I didn't have anything to fill in this time of year. And I can't tell you how much I really loved it. It really just turned out and kind of, again, marries what I did on the steps with what's happening right off the step.
We've got a flow. Oh my gosh, I think it's so pretty, and the cutest little peekaboo. You took the bloom idea inside and created the most stunning fall arrangement. Talk us through this.
So I've been doing this little weekend blooms on my Instagram.
It's the best. The series is called Weekend Blooms, and every weekend you're putting together these killer arrangements.
Oh, you're so nice. Well, it's fun. It's just, I mean, it's never really for anything unless I'm hosting something or I can give it to someone. But again, it was shopping for the kale, and anytime I go to the market, I just pick what really speaks to me. So you're seeing kind of a little fast forward of this video, but it was simple. It was kale that was potted, and some of it I cut and just put in. But again, you wouldn't have such a stunning color combination without the pumpkin. You know, orange flowers, cream flowers, that's fine. But really taking it to a fall centerpiece was the incorporation of those seasonal gourds and things. But it was so easy. I mean, you can see this is a minute video, but the end result is so polished and so put together, and it's really just pumpkins sitting on this green ball dianthus, which is really an easy thing to find.
How else, Lauren, can we use pumpkins to decorate throughout the home?
So I use them in my entry a little bit, and I think that the trick to sort of elongating your seasonal decorating is maybe using pumpkins that aren't real. So you're seeing a couple views of an entry table that I have. The white pumpkins are store-bought, and a few years ago I painted them a pure white, and then I glittered them because that was like when I was like kind of in a glitzy phase of decorating. But I peppered them in with some, you know, pumpkins from the patch and from the porch and stuff. But it's just fun to kind of do something that is a nod to seasonal without being overly done, or for me, overly junky, like with the little things and the big things, and just a lot that kind of doesn't carry you through and isn't that sophisticated.
Yeah.
So for me, this really works. But again, it's maybe it's not as fun for my kids, but I have a little bit of glitter and kind of that nod to the candy corn. Again, it's about repetition of the color and sort of finding things that you really love. And
you carried pumpkins into the kitchen too.
Yeah, so this one is fun. I'm a big proponent of, and maybe it's like when we do rooms and photo shoots and stuff, branches in a vase. Like one of the simplest things. If you have mature trees, go and cut them down.
But big statement.
Totally. You need a big container. And the pumpkin is a green pumpkin. It's kind of unusual, but again, if you're a little bit gun shy of bringing orange into your home, if it doesn't work for your kitchen or your entry, go green or go white. A really good friend of mine, once I saw her at the store a few years ago, and she said, I'm out shopping for a pumpkin for my compote, because she had this big container, and every year she would go and buy a pumpkin to sit in that. So that idea sort of inspired me, and I thought this is simple because it's very organic. Yeah. And it's a little bit dramatic, but totally makes a statement and is one pumpkin and some branches cut from your yard.
I love this concept because, as you pointed out, the longevity of it, right? It can carry us past Halloween into the Thanksgiving season. All of these ideas can. Beautiful. Thank you so much. More of this, more of your beautiful home, inspiring us. We love it. Where can we get more inspiration from you?
So some of these were from my personal Instagram, but you can always find us on our company Instagram, which is Oviatt Design Group. And that's where we sort of post what we're loving, what we're doing, what we're excited about, trips from market, things like that. So we love when people find us there. We also have a retail store in Farmington.
Great. Lauren, thank you so much. Thanks.